What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life. As you can see, I got my Google Pixel 2 XL on deck. Bought it off Amazon, renewed for $180. This device and the phone case was under $200 on Amazon. Yes, it is a refurbished Google Pixel 2 XL, and I wanted to challenge it. I wanted to see how relevant and how good this phone was in 2020. So I've been documenting, and y'all have been along with me for this ride. So I gotta give y'all kind of final outlook and synopsis on what this phone is doing in 2020 and is it really worth it. And I will say this, guys, before I even get into my answer, it's personal preference because everybody wants something different out of their smartphones. So at the same time, I may want something more out of my smartphone. You may want less. You may be a moderate Android user. I may be a heavy Android user. So just my impressions though, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This phone still gets great use. It's not flagship. It's not going to compete with 2020 flagship devices, but it is going to, in the year 2020, you can still use it. It's still fluid. It's still a good working device, and you can take great pictures with it. As far as performance go, I really had no gripes. Of course, it's not fast as my S20 Plus, but it wasn't lagging out and doing a whole bunch of weird stuff and freezing on me. It worked pretty solid. It is a Pixel, guys, at the end of the day. It worked, it flowed pretty solidly. I didn't have any problems, a whole bunch of force closures or no madness like that. I even got some gaming on this phone and everything. As far as cameras go, guys, you already know this thing is still competing with 2020 flagships on the camera tip. Just on the camera tip, this phone was worth what I paid for it, just if it was just the camera alone. As far as everything else goes, guys, like the display and the bezels, I'm gonna want to talk about that. The display and the bezels, guys, the display was not bad at all. The display and the bezels did not bother me. I'm gonna say that they did not bother me. The bezels are a little bigger, but see, they're symmetrical. So the bezels on the Pixel 3 XL with that big notch bothered me more than this Pixel 2 XL, because at least you got the symmetrical same size, the same size bezels all around the phone. When they had that big huge notch on the Pixel 3 XL, I just thought that was horrendous. Yeah, guys, but performance wasn't a problem. The build, I mean, it still looks great, held up physically. Just a real good looking phone, still crispy. For $200 you're getting a lot, guys. Battery life was to be as expected. It was not horrible. I'm not sure if they replaced the battery in this phone, but the battery did not just die on me like what the Nexus was doing back in the day. It doesn't do anything like that. The battery pretty much holds up, and if you charge it at night, you can get some good use out of it. You may have to recharge it before your day is over. I'm not gonna say it's an all-day phone, but I mean, we around electronics and we got power banks, but the battery life wasn't so bad that I even really noticed it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had a really good experience with this phone in 2020, and it's just a surprise at how I can spend under $200 on a tech product and get good use out of it. I mean, I'm on the latest Android with this device. I have some of the best cameras on the market, one of the best selfie cameras. I mean, this is still a heavy hitter, and I'm gonna put the link down in the description. Always on display on the device. I mean, it's just a good device, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really enjoyed it for under $200, and I mean, as you can see, it's just crispy. It's a good looking device. You can still do some gaming. You can still get some, productivity done. It's not snappy as the newest devices. No, it's not gonna be snappy as the 2020 devices. But at the same time, guys, some good use. You might want to keep, buy you a power bank. You may not get the 2020 battery life. Of course, you're not going to get that. But I mean, it's a lot good with this device, especially for the price point, guys. So I'm gonna say that this phone did more than survive 2020. This phone is still trucking in 2020, guys. I just wanted to let y'all know that and just, touch bases with y'all. I still was using it. I'm still playing with this Pixel 2 XL. I wanted to follow it all the way through, guys. And yeah, so Pixel 2 XL still, if you got $150, $160 over on Amazon, $180, whatever, and you want to get you a decent phone, decent Android phone with the latest updates, and this phone is going to be updated probably more than my Note 10 Plus or my S20 Plus. So if you want to get you something for cheap and it's still just a relevant phone, getting updates, good camera, decent performance, decent screen, just, this is something that you could think about, man. The Pixel 2 XL. It's your man BG Tech Life. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. I'm out. Peace.